Today, I want to bring to you somebody, a politician that is most talked about in Nigeria. And the question is, why is this man always being talked about? Why is his name on the lips of people? He's always there on the social network, in the news, everywhere. This question I can't answer. So let's go to the streets and hear from people what they have to tell us about this man, Senator Dino Melaye. Come with me. Hello, sir. Yes, Senator Dino Melaye is always in the news now, everywhere, on social network, on Twitter, on our television, and all of that. Who is Dino Melaye?
Well, in the first place, a golden fish has no hiding place. So if you are golden, of course, you'll be shining everywhere. So I'm not surprised that Dino Melaye is always in the news, because he's one senator that is very vibrant. He's a good representative of his people. In fact, I'm really disappointed in our senators, because if you know the Niger Delta very well, we are vibrant, but most of the senators in the house, they are not. They seem to be too cool, and that's why I fall in love with Dino Melaye. He's a vibrant person. He's always talking for the masses, and those are the kind of people we need in this country.
But why is he always in trouble? Is it because he talks too much?
Of course, what do you expect? If you are outspoken in this country, people will go after you. They believe that you want to expose them, and that is exactly what he's doing. So if we have many Dino Melayes in everywhere apart from the Senate, I believe many secrets will be exposed. So we need people like him. I pray that in the next election, more Dino Melayes will come out and contest. We need such people, so that when government is doing the wrong thing, they will expose them. The anomalies in this country, especially in this administration, is just too much. We can't bear it anymore. And it's a pity to the youth that we are just sleeping. And it really baffles me when I see young men running after old men to continue staying in office. We don't need such. We need young, vibrant human beings like Dino Melaye. So that is what we need in this country.
Now that Dino is being antagonized up and down, do you think the masses can do anything to help in any way?
I doubt but I believe if they continue clamoring for his return, or you can imagine the way he was maltreated just because one IG invited him. Meanwhile, the same IG was invited in the Senate. He refused to appear, and he's now summoning one of the senators, and he wants him to appear. I think we should learn how to do things right in this country for once. And we need, just like I said, we need people like Dino Melaye. If we have many of them, it will be difficult for them for people to subdue them. If you have many of them, but because he's the only one, but they are looking for. That was why they manipulated the recall. But unfortunately for them, it did not work. And let me tell you this: I gathered from a reliable source that about 100,000 were paid to some people. But they were expecting more than that, because they did not get the kind of money they were expecting. Those guys pulled out. In fact, some of them came from Abuja here. So you can imagine, you can see that it was manipulated. And I think we should be afraid of God for once, because God does not strike people anymore. Does not mean we should be doing things anyhow. We should have the fear of God in whatever we do.
Now that Dino Melaye has been released, what do we expect of him?
Nothing will happen. My prayer for him is that he should not allow the fire to die down. He should be his person. One day people will stand and queue behind him and say, yes, you can no longer molest this man anymore. It is high time we stop all these wrongdoings in this country. And it is because the youth are sleeping. If it were to be some countries that I know, they will have queued behind this man, and by now government will have stopped all this rubbish. How can you maltreat a senator of the Federal Republic like that? You are not doing that to Dino Melaye. You are doing it to that office. It's that office you are messing up. And one day, how do you think people will rate us in this country? Anything we do, we should think of people outside this country. They will think we are unserious people, and it is a pity.
I want to say one of the greatest things that happened to Kogi State in the recent time is to have someone representing us like Dino Melaye. Senator Dino Melaye is a senator representing Kogi West, and I think one of the best Nigeria has produced so far. Is one of the men who has spoken the mind of the young people, in fact all Nigerians, I mean good Nigerians. I'm a Kogite to start with, and if you go to Bayelsa today and ask anybody this question, that who is the best among all the senators, Dino Melaye should start from the beginning, and then you can have any other person rule behind them. So Kogi State is blessed to have someone called Dino Melaye.
Thank you very much. If Dino Melaye is good, like you are saying now, why then did his constituency move for his recall?
Well, you know, this is Nigeria, so anything can happen. The good can be pushed away, and we have seen it over and over again. Dino Melaye recall was political. It wasn't for the masses. And we have known that over the time they've told us that anything you want to achieve politically in Nigeria, if you have your money, you can do that. But Kogites are proving to whole Nigerian and the world that your money cannot move us. And we are proving that by Dino Melaye being in the hospital and the recall didn't work. And the man today is a standing senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Yes, but we heard too that so many people signed the recall bid. But what later happened that the recall didn't work? What happened?
This is very clear to you that if so many people actually signed the recall would have happened. Whatever signature you saw there was concocted. I saw on Facebook sometimes someone who was cursing everybody because he said the daughter died some maybe 2-3 years ago, and he saw her daughter's signature there. That to tell you that people sat somewhere and have done that. Sometimes I saw the Senator Dino Melaye himself bringing some papers out to show the allegation of people sitting down to sign some things. I think that was what happened. If senators are to be awarded by governors, I think Yaya Bello is supposed to call Dino Melaye and be paying him extra for making Kogi or giving a Kogi a good representative. But to God be the glory, Kogi never lost the best thing that we have, which is Dino Melaye in the house today. And I just want to say today is Sunday. I am so glad that we are having Dino Melaye standing for us. He may not know some of us, but from the behind we are speaking so hard, we are praying so hard, and ensuring that we have such representation, not only in the Senate, in the executive, so that we can move this country forward as a great nation that it is. I stand with everybody who is doing what is right, so invariably I'm standing with Dino Melaye.
What do you know about Senator Dino Melaye?
Thank you very much. Senator Dino Melaye is a man that is so much loved. He's a man that represents the hearts of the young and bold and Nigeria as a whole. He's a man that is full of what we call truth. A man that is transparent to the core. A man that speaks the heart of people. A man that don't want anything, corruption, to near his corridor. A man that always clean the tears of people. Senator Dino Melaye is generous. Let me tell you this thing, there's this adage in my place that a good man, his work is neverly appreciated. That is exactly the case of Senator Dino Melaye. Senator Dino Melaye, good, his news is always on the air. He's doing this, he's doing that. I'm telling you, he's politically masterminded by some political enemies and by some cabal. They want to see, to put or to collapse his political career, and that is why they're always after him, painting him with all manner of names. And to God be the glory, God has put some of these people, both their allegations and whatever they are telling about him, to shame.
Now that Dino Melaye is out, what do you think will be of him in the Senate henceforth?
Yes, he's taking his right position and seat. Even the Senate will know that yes, this man is a man that is out to tell the truth forever and without being fidgeting. He's my mentor. I stand with him anytime, any day. Come rain, come sun.
When I leave Dino alone, no, I stand with Dino. Dino for life!
I stand with Dino Melaye. Dino Melaye for life.
Dino for life. Come rain, come sun, we are there. He is doing what the youth wants, and we are going to be there with him. No matter what they do, they can never get him. We stand with you.
We, the youths of Nigeria, stand with Dino. Dino for life.